If you're happy and you know it, drink a beer. I could turn that into a whole production, but how about we just drink the beer? The eighth beer of Christmas is your happy beer. It's a beer that has maybe a smiling face on the can or a word that means happy to you. And for some of you, that word may simply be beer. That may be your happy word, and that's fine because, that works for me most of the time. And the eighth beer of buying a house, it's your happy beer because now it's time for the inspection, and the inspection always makes me happy because there's three scenarios coming out of an inspection, three general scenarios, and each of them makes me happy. The first scenario is the inspection went great. Everything looks good. We're ready to proceed. And that's good news, and it makes me happy. The second scenario is the inspection didn't go that good. There are some problems with the house. This is good news because maybe you can drive the price down a little bit or get some repairs taken care of on the house prior to taking ownership of it, and that should make you happy. It makes me happy. And the third scenario is the inspection was a complete disaster. You do not want to buy this house, and that makes me happy because we just dodged a bullet. For my eighth beer of Christmas, I picked Can-O-Bliss Resinous from Oskar Blues in Lyons, Colorado. It is a New England style IPA coming in at 7.2% alcohol. And of course, the word bliss in the name is what made it a happy beer for me. It is a good looking hazy sienna color. It's got a nice cap of white foam, kind of chunky foam on top. A little bit of biscuit aroma with a lot of pine and a lot of tropical fruits. Some pineapple and maybe a little guava or mango. Sometimes I confuse those two. And a little bit of ginger in the aroma. It starts off just a little bit sweet with a little bit of cracker to it. It's sort of like a clubhouse cracker. It's got lots of citrus fruits in it. Pineapple, mango. I think it's definitely mango and not guava. Like I said, sometimes I get those confused. And then the pine starts taking over, the pine and the hoppiness of the resinous. Of course, that makes sense with a name like resinous. That starts to take over, and it finishes up with just a little bit of a slick feel to it, sort of oily almost. Overall, this is a very tasty beer. Of course, that pine flavor is definitely evident in here, but I was surprised by how much of the citrus really comes through in this beer as well. It's a very tasty beer. Highly recommend you go out and grab some. Oskar Blues got their start in Colorado, in Lyons, Colorado, in 2002. But since then, they've expanded into two more breweries, one in North Carolina and one in Austin, Texas. So, if you can't make it to Colorado, and why couldn't you make it to Colorado? It's a great place to go. But if you can't make it to Colorado to go to Oskar Blues in person, maybe you can hit up the North Carolina or Austin, Texas locations of the brewery. All right. Leave me a comment below. Tell me, what was your happy beer? What about the can, the label of the bottle, whatever it was? What was it that told you that beer was a happy beer? Let me know what you thought about it and whether I should buy some or not. See you tomorrow night.